This is Ashley Vox, Poseidon Siren, one half of Team Sea Stars, chaotic women's champion, and you're listening to Main Event Podcast. They're a real catch.
Hey, Harmon, what's happening?
Good evening. Oh, wait. Good evening.
Was that a spooky voice
I don't
there
know
for a
what we're
second?
doing.
That sounded interesting. It is October. It is Halloween month. I thought that's what you were going with on that one.
No?
No?
That's not it.
Well, that's okay.
That's
Hey.
not it at all.
Oh God, it's so creepy. There it is. Oh, you're scaring me. Hey, we have a really great episode tonight. They're all great, but I like this one a lot as well. Ashley Vox is our guest tonight, our interview for interview week. What do you think of that, Harmon?
I love it.
Me too. She is awesome. We have seen her a couple times now in action, and we've kind of crossed paths a few times, and she's always been very nice to us. And she's awesome. She's amazing. Chaotic Women's Champion and one half of the Sea Stars. We tried to get Delmi on here, but just
She's
couldn't.
got one of those stinky jobs.
Yeah, jobs, work, life. Yeah, so big shout out to Delmi. Sorry we couldn't get you on. Definitely would like to do that soon, though. Maybe next time. Let's coordinate something. So, but anyway, I had Ashley on. Great interview, cool story. Just a cool chick, funny, silly. Made me laugh a lot.
She
Very
quietly ate a quart of strawberries, apparently.
Yes, very quietly ate those strawberries. She had like 12 giant strawberries that Delmi told her that she had to eat tonight, and she finished them. And we didn't get it. We didn't get it. It was off air, but at the end there was a good sized belch, and I wish she would have let it rip on air. But but anyway, next time we'll get you.
Next time, we're not shutting it off. We're just going to record everything.
No. I am very unprepared tonight. I need my my notes here.
You have notes?
I got, like our plugs and everything like that. God, my desk is a train wreck right now. I've got that wrestling club stuff just everywhere. I've got some new sheet protectors just laying amok. I've got a fan. I don't know why I have a fan down here. Maybe it's because it's like 80 degrees nowadays in October in Maine. So, but I'm all over the place. Anyway, let's do some plugs. Let's do some quick plugs. Check us out on Podbean and iTunes, or Apple Podcasts, if you want to call it. We're on Twitter at Main Event Pod, on Instagram at Main Event Pod, and on Facebook, facebook.com/Main Event Pod. Harmon, what's going on with Teespring?
We got shirts.
We do have some shirts. I loved the pumpkin spice hoodie that you just released in honor of your podcasting co-host being a little pumpkin spice girl, which is me. That's me.
You're such a skirt.
I am. I love pumpkin spice. Thank you for making that orange hoodie.
You're welcome. I made it for you and Anthony Henry. I know he's a big pumpkin spice fan.
Anthony Henry loves pumpkin spice, and I love Anthony Henry for liking pumpkin spice. I think it's great.
I mean, I'll call him a skirt, but I'm gonna say it real quietly because he probably whipped the shit out of me.
He'll kick you in the face with his shin. So anyway, we also have a new hotline number. If you guys want to give that a ring, it's 929-260-3099. Leave us a voicemail. Tell us how much you like the show. Ask us a question. Cut a promo on us. I don't know, whatever you guys want. Mike Crockett did that a few weeks ago. It was a fun time. Feel free to do so. Again, 929-260-3099. We got to mention Strong Style brand. If you guys want some pretty dope apparel, indie wrestling themed apparel, inspired apparel, go to strongstylebrand.com/main event pod. Use code main event pod at checkout. You get 10% off. They just announced Martin Stone, new member of Strong Style Brand tonight. You might know him in NXT as Danny Burch. That's a huge announcement. That's pretty crazy.
Right.
If you guys want to get some sweet stuff, go there, though. They've got hats, shirts, shoes, shorts, all kinds of fun stuff. Flags. Back Row Mafia loves sporting flags around their neck and chumming it up with JT Dunn and then booing him when he's in the ring. Actually, not Back Row Mafia, just Alex.
Yeah.
Alex from Back Row
Let's
Mafia.
not sully the good name of the Back Row Mafia here.
Yeah, no, those are good boys. But we were all looking for Alex the other day, and he was just, hanging out with JT Dunn, but then giving him the thumbs down when he's in the ring. So that's fine. If you want to do that, that's fine. If you want to be that kind of person, Alex, that's fine. But anyway, again, strongstylebrand.com/main event pod. Use code main event pod. You'll get 10% off at checkout. It'll save you a few bucks, and it's a good way to support the podcast. Speaking of supporting the podcast, if you guys subscribe to us on Podbean, there's a little button that says be a patron. Click that if you guys want to throw a couple bucks our way. There's some cool rewards on there, like giving you some shout outs on the show, and it just kind of gets more lucrative as you go on. Make us do some pretty crazy stuff. So check that out. And there should be, I'm not promising you, I want to get this done, but you know how much of a slacker I am with that wrestling club. There should be a new unboxing video up pretty shortly on my YouTube. If you guys want, go to thatwrestlingclub.com. Again, 10% off. You can enter the code MAINE, MAINE. That'll get you 10% off your first box. It's pretty cool. All kinds of wrestling stuff, autographs, DVDs, Funko Pops, odd socks, all kinds of fun stuff there. That's about it, man. Let's bring in Ashley Vox. What do you think about that?
Champ?
The champ. The champ is here. Chaotic Women's Champ, Ashley Vox. Here you go.
Half of the Sea Stars.
Oh, the Sea Stars. Yeah, check it out. Ashley Vox coming at you.
I can't stop this feeling deep inside of me. Girl, you just don't realize what you do to me. When you hold me in your arms so tight, you let me know everything's alright. I'm hooked on a feeling. I'm high on believing that you're in love with me.
Hey, Ashley Vox, welcome to the show. That's a long thing right there. There you are. How's it going? How are you?
Good. How are you?
We're doing great. Thank you for coming on. This is awesome.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, we've crossed paths a few times here. We recently just saw you at Pro Wrestling Takeover, their debut show up here in Gorham, Maine, and then God, it feels like forever ago now.
Right?
We did the live prop show. You guys were on the show. We did commentary. So, yeah, that felt like, man, that feels like a long time ago. It probably.
Yeah. When was that? That
was like March.
was like in. Whew,
Was it that?
Wasn't that
March? I felt like it was in January or something. I don't know. It was like freezing out.
Yeah,
It was cold.
It was cold. Yeah. So you were from down there, right? You're from Providence, I'm assuming, or live there currently?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm from Providence, Rhode Island.
Originally from there, yeah.
Yeah. Born as well.
Born and raised. Nice.
I think I saw you
What-
at one extra show here. It was the For One of Our Own show down there too. For Mistress Thelma.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was in June, I believe.
Yeah. I went down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I was there.
It was a really good show.
It was a really good show.
It was a really good show, yeah.
Harmon's a little
Over at
more.
the,
Yeah,
what do they call that place? The
Chop Shop.
Chop Shop 2.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Chop Shop 2.
I
Yeah.
remember you telling me about that show, Harmon. Harmon's a little more active than I am nowadays with going to see shows.
That means barely.
That means barely. Yeah.
You are slacking.
I know I am. Yeah. If I can bring my kid to a show, that's more bonus. But we're just as you witnessed.
And Ashley tries to steal him.
Then Ashley tries to steal him. That's right.
Hey, I mean, come on, he's adorable.
Well,
so again, if you don't want him anymore, you know who to call. I'm just throwing that out there.
All
you
right,
know?
I'll message him. No, he loved it. He loved the Pro Wrestling Takeover show. He definitely liked you guys. He was confused at why you guys were fighting each other, even at 4 years old. He was like, "What's going on?" So,
why are they fighting each other, and why are they next to each other? For
they came out together. What's going on here?
Why do they have photos together?
Everything I thought of about kayfabe out the window, right there.
Yeah. even like after the show, I think it was, who was it? King Leon. He like walked out, just in like his street clothes. He was like, "Hey guys, have a great night." And my son was like, "What's going on? Like, how come he's not being?" I'm like,
what?
It's okay.
You're not a king.
Yeah, so
not a king and not a bad guy.
Yeah, this is weird. But,
where's your crown?
Yeah. No, so that's exciting for me to start to get him into it, and then of course like cool people like you, and in the King and stuff, like you guys make it cool for like little kids, so it's really fun. Yeah. So
for once, I'm cool.
We think you're cool. We wouldn't have you on the show if we didn't think you're cool. Only cool people come on the show.
Only cool people chug strawberries, right?
Yeah. How many are you up to right now? How many strawberries have you?
5.
5 strawberries. Unbelievable. What's like the total? What do you have to pound tonight?
There's 12.
There's 12. Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna expect an empty strawberry basket by the end of the night.
We're gonna hear like a great big strawberry burp later on.
Yep, number 7.
I don't feel so good.
Yeah. Number 10 down, boys.
She's like Cool Hand Luke sucking down boiled eggs over there because they're strawberries.
Oh god.
Pushing them down.
Delmi's gonna yell at me.
Yeah, Delmi wants those strawberries gone by the night's end. Yeah, and that's a bummer that we didn't get Delmi on too. I know, like scheduling and stuff just didn't align. Like, we can't.
I know, right?
Get together at the same time. So that's too bad. So Delmi, if you're listening, hi. We're very sorry that we.
Delmi, you suck.
Oh man.
I'm sorry, we got the champ on.
Oh no! Delmi automatically hates you right now. No, we love Delmi. I like Delmi. So tell me a little bit about growing up. What's growing up in Providence like?
Well, I grew up in a very ghetto neighborhood, so it was pretty scary, not gonna lie. So I really wouldn't go out that much. I grew up with Pokemon, so your typical nerd, I guess, tomboy girl who would just like hang out with the guys, and still kind of do because I don't really like hanging out with girls. Yeah. But yeah, I never wanted to leave Rhode Island and Providence just because I don't know, I like it here, and move like into like a different, still in Providence, but like different, apartment and all that. Still pretty bad neighborhood. But I like the area, and my goal is to actually move to Block Island. So
nice. Okay. What's so what was bad about it growing up? I mean, what was bad about the area? Is there like just
oh god, like fights around the neighborhoods, and just like cops here and there, and drug dealers, and it was just always scary and just a horrible neighborhood. And I drive by it like once in a blue moon. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so glad I like moved out.
Yeah, right. Oh. Man.
Yeah, I mean, I live in rural Maine. The biggest thing I can get to a street fight is 2 raccoons fighting in the
Oh man,
yeah. Which is still entertaining though.
Oh, hey, they're mean, man.
Yeah. To see that.
Oh my god. One of the funniest things I've ever done is I was in Florida at like an aquarium, and I sent a text to my buddy and I said, at the aquarium in Florida, just saw a legit fight, tried to get video of it. Do you want to see? And his reply was like, yeah, absolutely. And then I sent him a video of two otters like fighting in the water.
Oh my god.
And he was just like, I absolutely hate you. You're the worst person.
Expecting a real fight. Oh no.
Yeah. He's like, whoa, a fight at the aquarium. That's amazing. Nope. Just some otters wrestling in the water.
Yeah.
So
even more amazing.
Yeah, it was amazing. I loved it.
Angela went to go put something outside the other day, and she's like, what are those things with the white faces and a rat-looking tail? I'm like, a possum? She's like, yeah, that's on our back porch.
That's on our back porch. Oh my god.
Like, this neighborhood is terrible. We're moving.
Yeah. Terrible neighborhoods for totally two different reasons.
I would rather see a possum than what I'm seeing.
Oh, I
in my
agree.
neighborhood.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
I agree.
So
doesn't smoke crack on my porch.
That possum is not smoking crack on your porch, right?
Not doing a drug deal.
No. He's like, man, I gotta give the raccoons a good deal, but so
there's donuts in the trash over here. Donuts,
man. So
leftover pizza.
It's always leftover pizza. Have you seen Harmon? There's never leftover pizza. Come on.
I freeze it.
So yeah. So growing up, what was family life like? I know, is Delmi, what's the age difference there between you two?
7 years apart.
7 years.
She's 21. I'm almost 28.
Yeah. Excellent.
Growing up with Delmi, she was very like girly, and I was obviously like the tomboy and like sports and like, you know, all like video games, and we would wrestle in the living room. And my parents were like, they're super Spanish, so they had a hammock in the living room because why not?
Sure.
So it'd be like across the living room, and we would use that as the ropes, wrestle each other, and obviously I would always win because I always made sure I did. I always made sure that I was a champion, and poor Delmi just never really got over.
Oh, Delmi.
I know.
So how old were you guys when this started happening? When did you guys see wrestling and then want to like imitate it? Like at a young age?
I think I was in 3rd or 4th grade when I fell in love with like Stone Cold and everything.
Yeah.
I used to watch it with my dad, and I remember like seeing like Hulk Hogan and like Macho Man, and you know, Roddy Piper was like my favorite one because he was just like crazy, and I was like, this guy's awesome. Like, and then my dad was like obsessed with like Big Papa Pump, and he would do like the whole like, you know, flexing the muscle, and we would both like kiss our biceps and like, yeah.
Yes, nice. I love that your dad liked Big Papa Pump. What a great like favorite wrestler to have.
Right? Just like, yeah, I want to be like that guy. Me and my dad used to.
Bag.
Yeah, Big Papa Pump. Yeah.
It's all the girls.
Yep. Oh, that's funny.
Did you call your mom a floozy? And get over here, floozy. Kiss his bicep.
No.
He had the hookup.
Kiss his bicep.
Holler if you heard him.
Me and my dad used to bet on like wrestlers. So like I remember this one time, I don't remember, it was probably like a job or something. So I betted on the first guy. I was like, this guy's gonna win, Dad. And the next guy is literally and I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. And I was like, I left the living room and I was like crying because I knew my guy was gonna lose. And my dad comes in the room and he like gives me this like fake lie and it's like, your guy beat my guy. They just like stopped crying. I was like, oh really?
You're like, that doesn't make sense, Dad. It doesn't make sense.
You're
who was the
lying
other-
to me, Dad.
Who was the other guy?
It was the giant.
Yeah.
Oh,
The giant
yeah,
versus
yeah.
some jobber.
some
Yeah.
jobber. Like-
Some jobber.
I'm just trying to think of I'm just trying to name some random jobber back then. It was like Lenny. It was like Lenny Lane or something back then. That's who it was. Lenny Lane. We'll say that. So
at what age was Delmi the same height as you?
Oh God.
Because I would imagine the wrestling matches would get a little better as she started growing up.
Right? I think I was I know I was in high school. I think I was 16, 17. She was around the same height, and then she flew. She beat me. She passed me.
yeah,
You've never let her down for it. You just kept her down.
No.
You've become champion.
So you mentioned earlier that you were playing sports. What did you play for sports, in high school?
I played soccer in high school.
Nice.
I used to go to Hope High. I think I'm burping a lot because of the strawberries right now.
Fine, let him rip. Let him rip. It's fine.
Strawberry burps.
I love it.
Yeah, I played high school for Hope High, and then I transferred to E3. So then I couldn't play sports, but because they didn't have any sports at that school, so it was pretty boring.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, and it was I didn't look for any leagues. I just kind of just didn't play any sports unless it was gym time. I was the only girl that was playing with the in gym class. Every girl was just I'm wearing jeans today, so I guess I can't play. It's are you fucking kidding me? You're why are you being so lazy?
Yeah, I forgot my gym clothes.
Yeah, right. Some girls would actually throw on sweats over their gym jeans, and it's why are you serious? That's kind of gross.
Yeah,
You want to sweat all in your jeans?
Super gross.
Meanwhile, Ashley's over there in her tearaway, wind
Yeah.
pants. She's, I'm ready.
Stretching. Let's go. Let's do this.
Let's go. I'm ready for this.
Yeah.
Best class ever.
So at what point did you so you saw wrestling, you knew of pro wrestling. At what point did you say hey, I want to do this. I want to give this a shot. Where did that come about?
I remember seeing the first season of Tough Enough and then watching it, and I was that's awesome that these people are actually chasing their dreams and they want to be wrestlers. And I've always wanted to make a character in the video games and this is me, guys, and try it. And I thought well, I guess I'll have to wait till I'm old enough to apply to be on Tough Enough, I guess. And I was still in high school, so I had no idea how to become a wrestler. And then I stopped watching wrestling after high school. And 4 years ago, I just got back into it because one of my best friends was watching it. And I was wrestling's still on? That's so crazy. And then I started watching, and I remember seeing AJ Lee on, and I was this girl's nothing what they would normally want. She's not blonde. She doesn't have big boobs. She's not tall, the typical girl that they usually go for. And at the time, when I was into wrestling, on panty matches, and that was in the video games. And I was just bro, on panty matches is hilarious, But
yeah. I remember Lita was the only character in the video game that that you could select that would actually be a viable selection.
Right.
Everything else was Deborah McMichael or whatever, and she just she had a terrible stance and she couldn't fight. But Lita was the only one that I was yeah, I could take Lita. I could win the Royal Rumble with Lita. I could do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it just it blew my mind how everything sort of changed, and I was that's crazy. If AJ Lee's there, she's a height shorter than me, and we're about the same size. then I guess I can do it, right?
Yeah.
So research and I realized that there was independent wrestling. I had no idea that existed if I didn't do my research.
That's awesome.
So you remember your first independent wrestling show?
Oh yeah. I remember the first show that I looked up and I was constantly just watching their episodes. It was NECW, and obviously they're huge in New England. And I remember seeing Alicia Edwards, who's known as Alicia Edwards now, Alexis Nevaeh, and Mistress Belmont. And I was like, these girls are amazing. Man, I want to be in the ring with them. And I saw Alexis hold the Triple W title, and then I saw Chaotic, and I was like, man, I want to be like them. And again, I had no idea how. I remember seeing New England Academy Pro was pretty pricey, and I was like, man, I can't afford this. So then I went to a WWE SmackDown event, and at the end of it, there was a guy handing out some flyers for his indie promotion, and I asked him, hey, do you train anyone? Do you know anyone school, or does anyone train? And he gave me an email, and he sent me over to Dynamite Doug Summers, who's trained by Bob Evans. So I started training with him, and Delmi as well. The same day, she and I both started training. So that's how it happened.
Nice.
Training with him, and then now we train at XWA, and some Wednesdays and Thursdays we go to New England Academy Pro.
Nice. Very cool. Yeah, I was going to ask where you guys are doing most of your training now. I think I just saw you guys, I don't know, somebody was streaming live from the Academy the other day, and I was like, oh, there they are. Cool. Yeah.
There goes Ashley, blown up.
Yeah, it might have been Kevin Quinn. He might have been.
I know. I told him, I was like, what are you doing? I don't want anyone to know how, fat I am.
Oh, cut it out.
Yeah, it's okay. It's not just you. Everybody looks pretty blown up during it.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just a lot. I love beer, so I'm just oh my god.
Oh my god, I'm big into the YouTube, your YouTube videos, the Queen of Beers. Big into it.
Isn't it awesome?
It's very awesome. Yeah,
it's yeah, I'm the Queen of Beers and really can't handle 2 or 3. It's just
passed out. Later, you're passed out. So I'm enjoying those. I'm enjoying those big time. So where did the Sea Stars gimmick kind of come in? How did you guys come up with that? Did a collaboration between you and Delmi, or how'd that come about?
I'm actually going to give that credit to Delmi, because Delmi would just always jokingly say sister in this accent, Mexican accent, and just she knew I would cringe and stop. And she would look up at me and just, well, not look up, I mean look at me and just you're my Sea Star, and I'd be that's so annoying to hear. and I remember we were let's tag, we train together, we know each other, and why not? We want to be the American Wolves, and other awesome tag teams, so let's give it a shot. So we were just trying to come up with names, and I remember I came up with some lame name, and she looked at me and she was like, no. And it was horrible. It was some aquatic, I can't even remember. It was an aquatic weird name, and she was just there's no way we're coming out to that. It's nice try.
Right.
And then she suggested, what about Sea Stars? And I looked at her and cringed, and I was like, no, ew. And she's like, it makes sense though. you're from the sea and I'm from outer space, like the galaxy, sea stars. It sounds like sisters. People will get it. Like, it's like this little pun. Like, yeah, whatever, sure. And I just went with it. I was like, fine.
And now do you love it or do you still cringe? Are you still like, oh God, I can't believe I'm doing this?
Now she's got
Surprise.
scales.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, I don't cringe. People have actually like, I guess like when other people say it and not Delmi, it makes me happy. They just like they make it seem like it's this cool thing, like sea stars, and it's just like, yeah, like that sounds badass. But like when
Yeah.
Delmi would say, it was just like, oh, just like.
Don't ever say that again.
Yeah, enough with the accent. Oh God.
God, you're so Mexican.
So you've like obviously had some success like in singles competition, obviously like chaotic women's champion. Do you prefer tagging or do you like singles competition?
I don't know. I really enjoy the fact that I have to, be on my own. Sometimes it's like more pressure. It's like, well, what can I really do? Like if I'm exhausted, I can't tag out. If I'm lost, I can't tag out. Challenge, and I like that. I enjoy that. It's like I need to do things on my own and be my own person sometimes because sometimes Delmi doesn't get booked on the same promotion that I do. So it's kind of like, well, hey kid, what can you do?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I enjoy that challenge, and then I also enjoy the fact that I get to tag with Delmi and like we come up with things and she's there, and I know that it makes it easier as well, like so much that I can do, and then it's like her turn, like I tag her in and then she does things, and it's really fun. I love both, so it's hard to say what really I enjoy the most.
Yeah. Do you enjoy wrestling against her? Like when you guys wrestled against each other at Pro Wrestling Takeover, like it was a great match. Like I thought it was really well done, really like put together pretty well.
Aw, thank you.
Yeah, no, I know,
Do you chop her harder than anybody? Or
yeah.
throw a potato in there every once in a while?
I actually don't chop because I'm so terrible at it. Delmi's good at chopping, so
Well, her
if
arms are 3 times longer than yours. She can really get
right, she can reach me. Yeah, I loved wrestling Delmi, especially in the beginning, because it was like, you're new and you're terrified and you're just like, oh my God, like I'm so scared, it's like, I'm kind of sick of you, and we both get that. It's just like, man, we really want to like, wrestle other people and like, and get more experience and, see what challenges we can get. Because if we wrestle each other, it's just like, well, we know each other so much. It's like easy, and that's not really a challenge. It's kind of, it gets boring. It's just like, yeah, I see you. Like, we drove together. It's like, I really want someone else.
Right. No, that's understandable. Of course. Yeah, for sure. Where have you been wrestling lately? I know, obviously, you're still the chaotic women's champ. So you get some title defenses coming up soon, or?
I have Rogue this Saturday.
Yeah.
And then I have WWR this Sunday. In the summer, we like took some time off just because it does get overwhelming. Like every weekend for like 2 to 5 hours, depending, and it does take a toll on your body and your bank account, and it gets tiring.
Of course, yeah.
Very overwhelming that we only did like not important bookings, but like bookings that were like mandatory, like Chikara and Chaotic, because I was holding their title. There's no way that I'd be like, no, I'm not showing up, you know, like obviously I have to.
Right.
Because I have responsibilities.
Comes with
So
the
yeah, we
territory.
kind of just like took the summer off, just to like enjoy and kind of like mentally prepare ourselves for when we would take more bookings later on. So we haven't really been doing as much, and it's sad, but at the same time, it's like we needed that. So now we're things like we went to Canada like 2-3 weeks ago, and that was really fun. We did the Maine show, which was another long drive, and that was fun as well because we haven't done long drives in a while. We recently had Chikara this past Sunday. I faced Murloc, which was a really fun match. I enjoyed it. And now we have a busy weekend with Rogue and WWR. And I think the following weekend we have Sully Show, Pro Wrestling.
Oh, nice. Very cool. I want to talk a little bit about Chikara for a minute. I am not like too crazy familiar with Chikara. I want to be. I just have never gotten into it before. But it looks like a ton of fun, and it looks like
it's so awesome.
Yeah, and it looks like really like kid friendly. You know, like so. I think Chikara is coming up here to Maine. I think in like late November.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know if you're gonna be on that show or not. Are you? Do you know yet? Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Nice, very cool. Yeah, so I think we're gonna go, but it just looks cool. Like, can you talk? Fill me in a little bit about Chikara. Like, sell me on Chikara.
Chikara's not like any other promotion. It's literally like you have Los Ice Creams. Drew Gulak came out of Chikara. Kimberly came out of Chikara. Heidi Lovelace came out of Chikara. Like Kimberly held, the main championship title. You have Solo Darling, who's there. Rory Gulak's there now. You have, and they recently had King of Trios, like the first week of September, which is a huge 3-day weekend event, and they did King of Trios up in England. Who else do you have? You have Murloc, Piranhas, you have Hermit Crab, Crawdad. You have so many different creatures and characters, and it's all fun lucha style.
Yeah.
It is kid friendly, which is awesome because wrestling's fun, and I think that our characters kid friendly. I don't go in the ring and fuck this, I don't throw F-bombs here and there, that's not my character.
Yeah.
And it'd be really weird.
Yeah, you only do that on the Main Event podcast. That's fine.
Yeah, right? Because I can get away with it.
Yeah. No, it just
probably get away with it on a live prop show too.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Everybody.
No, it just.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chikara just looks like so much fun. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to bringing my kid and just being look at everybody. Everybody has masks and everything. It's just really cool lucha stuff. So it should be really cool.
Yeah.
If we could back up just a minute, I wanted to talk about the Chaotic Women's Championship. You had a little feud with Davienne, and you walked away with the title. How did that feel? Is this your first title?
That was my first title. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very nervous. I was just, I couldn't breathe, and I was I knew. Well, I just knew that would be my first title. I knew the outcome, and it was just a scary feeling of these guys and this promotion is trusting me to hold their title. I'm the next girl after Davienne. It's a lot of pressure, and it's just like they see something in me and they're giving me this opportunity to like hold their title and be like their next champion. It was such a fun night too. Like we got a lot of feedback. It was also very scary because there was a camera following me around, and it was just like I'm not really comfortable with. I knew why they had to film it, and which was fine. And yeah, it was my first title. I remember when I first like debuted as a wrestler, like Delmi and like other girls that debuted like around the same time, they all won a title within like the first 3 months of wrestling. And I mean, that took me like 2 years to finally get a title. So it was like, be patient. And, and I wasn't like, well, when am I going to get a title? I never, said that, or never, asked a promoter, hey, your title will look great on me, like it's stupid. So I was just like very patient with it. And just like, when I was told that, I was just like, that's crazy. Like, it's amazing that's going to, that's going to be my first title, which is the Chaotic Women's title that holds so much history.
Right.
Like,
yeah, it's like a legit
so much
promotion,
Yeah, it's
That's
just like
amazing.
this is real.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome. So the Mae Young Classic just happened fairly recently, and I'm assuming you watched some or watched it.
I watched some, yes.
Yeah, is that like inspiring to you? Like, I mean, you mentioned like AJ Lee back in the day, and that was like, she was probably around the time like one of the few that could like, I guess, really, really go. I mean, she had good company, but like now I feel like there's so many women that can wrestle, and I think WWE is like really moving forward with a lot of they're just making a lot of like good, great strides with trying to display like really athletic women in the company. Is that like inspiring to you to know that like, hey, like I could get to that level, and and I don't have to do a bra and panties match to do it, like I can,
I don't have to dye my hair blonde and get big boobs.
Right,
That'd be weird. Yeah, that, I mean, seeing it was just like, these women are like actually fighting. Like, they're not like pillows or like bra and panty matches. Like, they're actually legit screaming and fighting and just, putting on this like amazing like warrior show of like, looks real, and you can see the passion in each one. And of course, like, I watched it and I was like rooting for like a lot of people, and I was just like, I hope she wins, like Jade, like, I wanted her to win because she's awesome, and I got to work her once.
Oh, nice. Cool.
And yeah, it's great. And Kimberly as well, like you see them and it's just like, man, I want to be where they're at. And I just want to be in their shoes, but I know that I'm not ready. I know that, but it is a motivational thing. It's also a lot of pressure because there's so many girls now that are so good. So we're all just like fighting to, like for that one spot, I guess you could say. But it's also like, it's pressure and it's motivational. So it's just all of that.
Yeah. That's cool, man. So you said you got to work Jade, Mia Yim once. Who else have you worked in the past that you really like working with?
Kimberly, Leva Bates, Alicia Edwards, of course, Belmont, Davienne. Love working with Davienne. We've actually had practice matches as well at XWA. She's awesome.
Yeah, she's great. Like, she's really good.
Yeah. I can't really think anyone else, but I mean, yeah, I have such bad memory.
That's all good. That's good. What about dream matches? Anybody you haven't worked with that you're like, oh man, I really want to get in the ring with her?
So many.
Yeah, right.
Just it's so hard to like I'm working Taylor Hendricks this Sunday, and not once have we ever like, wrestled and like locked up. Like this is the first time that I get to like be in the ring with her and like actually wrestle with her. So yeah, I mean, she was definitely on my list to like, wanting to work with. And
yeah, we've seen her up here, I think once. She took on Veda Scott. Yeah, very cool. She's great.
I think she broke her ankle on a baseball slide.
I think so too.
Oh yeah. She was saying that something about her ankle, but she seems good now.
Yeah, I think she's all set. So, anybody else that you get your eye on? What? No. What?
Kimberly, I didn't get to work her in the singles.
Yeah.
I got to work her in like, she got to tag with us for Chikara, and then right before she left, we did like a 3-on-3. So it was like Delmi and I, with I think it was Chris and Los Ice Creams and her. No, Solo and Kimberly and Los Ice Creams, and I got to take a lot of Germans from her, which was awesome. So
yeah.
I was like, fuck yeah.
Very cool.
For each German, I was doing that. I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
It was just...
She was great, like in the classic. Like I was really rooting for her in the classic. I thought she was gonna take it all the way. I knew that they were kind of sold on Sane and Baszler, but I was just like, man, if Lath can kind of take it through, that'd be fantastic. But yeah, we'll see.
Very slick in the ring, so smooth.
Yeah, she is. She's so good.
Yeah.
Now you're holding a title that Mercedes KV Sasha Banks held. What's that mean to you? Get somebody who's all the way up in the WWE, multiple time champion now, and they were a chaotic women's champion before.
I mark time. Just like I actually leave it on my bed, so I kind of cuddle it. It's literally my life. And it's crazy how like I'm holding, the title that she once held. And I've actually, like, I would show like my manager and like, my friends who, don't really watch wrestling, and like I would show them photos like this is Mercedes, like this is Sasha Banks who's in WWE. Like I'm literally holding the same title that she held. Like it's crazy that this is happening, I can't explain how awesome it is. I remember coming back home and like showing my mom, and she was just like so proud. Like she didn't care that I wasn't in WWE, that I didn't sign anywhere. She was just like, I'm so proud of you,
That's awesome. Yeah,
and I remember like taking a photo with my parents, and like they were just like super happy, and like they know like coming home from practice like banged up and like bruised up, and just like yeah. And it pays off. Like I have an awesome title now, and I get to like take it everywhere, I guess, and just like I don't know, like I love it. It's the greatest thing ever.
Nice. Delmi ever like, Ashley, leave it here. Stop dragging them. We're going to dinner.
I remember when I won it the following day, going on a vacation. Her and I and a couple friends, we went to Nantucket, and I put it in my bag, and I was like, should I take it? Like, I would love to like take it and like, take photos by the ocean, or just take it around and like show like other friends that were in Nantucket.
You have to tell her they're
And-
called promo shots, okay? I mean, they're not. These aren't vanity pictures. They're called promo shots. They're necessary.
Yeah. Gotta
Right?
promote. Gotta promote.
Right on the ferry, right by the water. And Delmi said, Ash, no, like if you lose that, like don't even risk it. So I ended up leaving it. But I remember taking it to the gym once because I wanted to do a silly promo. So it was pretty awkward. Like, here I am at the gym, and everyone's looking at me, and I'm like holding this title and being a goofball. So it was pretty interesting to do a promo at the gym with the title.
Some poor bro just wanted the bench press, and he has to endure you holding your belt through. That's all he wants to do.
As I'm flexing.
Yeah. You ask him how much he can bench. Like,
hey kid, how much do you bench?
Yeah, it doesn't matter because I'm the chaotic women's champion, not you. Oh shit!
I will out squat you right now.
Yeah.
Come polish my title.
No, I enjoy all your funny little silly promos. I think it's great. I think it's really hilarious. Again, like your YouTube channel is hilarious. Are you doing more Queen of Beer stuff, kind of like all over wherever you guys go, or you got something else in store?
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely doing more Queen of Beer review videos. So basically, wherever like promotion I go to, I'm whipping out the camera and just like figuring out what I want to film next. It's like a funny like joke thing, like it's just a little project. Like I love filming and I love editing, so I usually do vlogs, and I haven't done vlogs too often like recently, but I definitely want to do like vlogs and like the beer review videos just because it's fun and it's entertaining, and I've done it for so long. Like film was a passion of mine in high school, and I used to just do silly videos with Delmi on YouTube, and very embarrassing videos that obviously I can't delete because I lost account information. So they're out there.
Nice. Yeah, it's funny like how quick too like the turnaround is for your videos, because I remember like the one right after the Gorham show, the Pro Wrestling Takeover show. I was like, oh my god, like that video was like posted I think like that day or like the next day, and I was just like, holy shit.
Yes.
I was like, oh my god, that's nuts. I mean, I do like unboxing videos on YouTube for
unboxing videos of what?
For That Wrestling Club. Big shout out to That Wrestling Club. It's like a monthly subscription box, and it just takes me forever because like at least nowadays it does, because I just never like get off my ass and like do the videos. So, so I should have one actually going up tonight or tomorrow or the next day. Like,
oh boy.
And it's like for the September box, and it just like it takes me forever.
What editing program do you use?
Oh, I just use it right in on YouTube. Like I just load it right in there, and I just like slice it and throw some links on it.
I use Final Cut. It's easy compared to like Avid Media Composer, because Avid takes so long to render videos, and Final Cut's like super awesome. It's like quick, and I don't know, like I'm just really fast at like editing videos. And I get so excited that I'm like, this is so funny. I can't wait for people to see how like drunk I am on this video.
Actually, I did my internship in college for an editing house, and we used Avid there. And then when I got out, I used Final Cut Pro.
Right? The same thing. It's like they teach you, hey guys, use Avid. It's like it's like good, and it's just like fuck you, I'm gonna use Final Cut Pro.
That's right. It's like that's what you can make the same stuff. It's fine. Right. But cool.
But unboxing videos, that's awesome. I actually spent like I remember I spent the whole summer watching Pokemon unboxing packages and videos, and it was like a drug to me. It was like, I need to see what they're gonna pull out next, or like what rare Pokemon is. Just, it's so addicting to just watch those kind of videos.
Yeah, I have fallen down like the YouTube rabbit hole like so many times where I'm like, oh, what's this video over here? That looks good. And then that one's up. I'm like, oh, suggested videos? Sign me up. I'm into it. Yeah.
I don't have to go to work in the morning.
No, yeah, I can roll into work with 2 hours sleep. I'm fine. What's this next video all about? All right. Yeah. Let's see. Harmon, you got anything else for Ashley?
I'm just going through Team 3-Star Film, and I didn't realize there was this many videos over here. Oh my
God. Harmon has a long night ahead of him. Have fun going to work tomorrow on 2 hours sleep, Harmon.
It goes way back, before we were even wrestlers. There's actually
there's like 5 years ago.
Yeah, there's even a video of like our old trainer, Dynamite Doug Summers, did a promotion once. So I filmed it, and you see us like set up the ring. There's videos of us like when we were babies in the ring, like just right before practice. You'll find so much in there. So.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this isn't just a wrestling channel, folks. This goes deep.
Oh, that's funny. So what do you have next? I know you mentioned some dates earlier, but what does the future hold for Ashley Vox and or the Sea Stars?
I'm not sure. I just hope that I can keep doing a lot of shows and get back into the swing of things. I know that we're debuting for Wrestle Jam. It's in November. So that's our first time there, and I'm like super excited because we've heard so many good things about Wrestle Jam, and like we've seen videos from Wrestle Jam. And it's like it's finally happening. And I remember the last 2 years that they wanted us to work there, we just couldn't because we already promised a promotion, and I hate canceling a promotion, like saying sorry I can't work and then actually works elsewhere. It feels bad. So it's finally gonna happen. I think Delmi's going to Canada in November, and just a lot of Chikara and chaotic dates. Nothing too big yet. I did do a seminar this past Monday at XWA with Kevin Kelly, which was awesome.
Oh, very cool.
It was the first time meeting him, so it was awesome seeing him there, and learned a lot. It was great. Enjoyed it so much. Delmi and I have Nepwa tomorrow, so gonna try to work on some new tag team moves for this weekend, because Sunday's like it's a huge match for us. Like, we're going against Taylor and Alicia, so just trying to get ready for that.
Yeah, very cool. Well, good luck with that. Harmon, do you have anything else?
Do you help Dummy with like the costumes and stuff? I know she does gear for other people. Are you involved in that too, or are you just like, you just go ahead and stuff?
Sometimes I have a full-time job now, so it's really hard. Usually I would help her like draw things out and then like cut it out. I'd help her like cut fabric out and like iron things on, but I barely like am home, so usually she does it on her own now. But she is helping me work on new gear for Chikara, so really fun. So I'm going to try to help her as much as I can with that, because I feel bad because like she doesn't really like allow me to pay her because we're siblings. So I kind of just like help her with it, and like I'm gonna buy her some new shoes or something. That way it's like, hey, I didn't pay you money, but hey, I bought you new shoes or something. I don't know.
There you go. Yeah.
Got you some new
Yeah.
kick pads.
That's
Nice.
pushing it.
Yeah, easy. Those are expensive. Come on.
Those are too much. I finished
you-
the strawberries.
I got you one
Oh,
elbow
did you
pad.
finish?
Yes,
12,
I did.
12 down. Is that the deal? They're all
12 down.
nice.
Yep, they're all gone.
Nicely done. And we didn't hear any of it. That's fantastic. It's funny. A few,
No giant belt.
yeah,
A few burps.
a few burps here and there, but no, you're a quiet eater over there. Weird.
Like a
You're way
squirrel.
quieter than Jack Swagger.
Oh my god, way quieter than Jack Swagger. Jack Swagger was like using his blender during our podcast. It was fantastic.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that's hilarious.
Yeah.
He's like, Ruffles, huh? Can't beat him.
He's just bags of chips going through it. No, but he's a good dude. Where are you at on the internet? Where can people find you?
I have a Twitter. It's at Ashley Vox. Wait, no, I got that wrong.
Oh no.
At Ashley _ Vox. Because someone stole reason. So there's another Ashley Vox out there.
How dare they?
And then right? And then Instagram, it's _AVOX, and then the YouTube channel, which is AVOX Film. On YouTube. So
Nice. And I noticed too that there's like on Instagram there's like a C Stars like fan page. How crazy is that? That there's like a fan. Somebody runs like a fan page. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He's a sweet kid. He actually goes to the chaotic shows, and if you go to a chaotic show, he's always with the mic, so he does like these interviews to the wrestlers during intermission, which is so adorable. You just want to like squeeze him. It's like it's just like
Nice.
he's awesome. We talk here and there on Instagram, like the messenger thing. I don't really know social media, but yeah, the messenger thing, and he's so sweet. He's so nice. He's drawn things for us. He's super awesome. Like he's constantly like on top of that page. It's just like, wow, this is the first time that like someone has a fan page. It's crazy, right?
Nice. Yeah, it's very cool.
We just got our first fan art.
We did. We got fan art the other day. It was
Whoa.
it was our first time with that. That was pretty awesome. So
It's so
yeah,
cool.
awesome. Well, Ashley, thank you again so much for coming on, and we wish you nothing but the best of luck in the future. I'm super stoked to see Shikara in November, I believe it is.
Yeah.
Gonna bring the Quinn man, and we're gonna see some.
Oh, it's not going back home with you.
Yeah. We're gonna have to. He probably will willingly like go with you. He'll be like, "Yeah, Dad, I'm gonna hang out with the Sea Stars. It's fine." There we go.
Dad, I don't need you anymore.
We put the good word in with who at where. So
Yes.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I sent who my what matches. So I hope I get a what response back to the where.
I love that. That's how we're ending this podcast. That's very nice. So, awesome. Well, we definitely hope to see you. Where. And hey, thanks again for coming on. We appreciate it.
Thanks,
much,
man.
Ashley.
Thanks for having me.
well, what'd you think about that, Johnny? That was a pretty good interview.
I loved it. I loved it.
I probably wouldn't leave Quinn with her.
No.
Keep
I'm gonna keep him
in your line of sight.
close to my side, so she doesn't steal
Or
him.
she's going to end up with a little blonde boy.
Yep. No, like I said in the interview, her and Delmi were so nice to my son. It was his first show, and they're just so nice, and that's what I love about the pro wrestling community. It's just we all get into this like when we're kids, or most of us do, and it's just we all become fans when we're little kids, and experiences like that help a lot.
And we've all got enough tact to not make fun of each other when we're in our 30s and 40s.
Exactly. So no, big, huge thank you to Ashley Vox. She was the best. And I'm looking forward to seeing her up here at Shikara and other places alike, Pro Wrestling Takeover, hopefully. And yeah, it's very cool. Very cool. Great conversation. If you have never seen the Sea Stars or Ashley, make it a point to go see them wrestle.
Yeah, I mean, go to the live prop show, go to Chaotic show. I mean, she's all over the place. I mean, the Sea Stars they're everywhere. They're everywhere in New England.
Everywhere. Cool. That's about it, man. Harmon, you want to wrap this bad boy up or what? We got to get out of here. I'm exhausted. I'm tired.
So need to go to bed.
We're so old.
I passed out last night on the couch, like just sitting up.
Oh,
like my head like fell back and my mouth got all dry, and
that's the best.
And I woke up and I was like, oh, I need to go to bed. No, it was 4 a.m. It was time to get up and go to work. I was like, no. So I apologize to my boss today for falling asleep at my desk multiple times.
Yeah, that's all right, man. Hey, it happens.
Nobody said anything, so I must not have snored.
Nah, you're fine. Just tell me I do a podcast. That makes like little to no money. So, just tell him that. Just say you should buy that. It'll be fine. Right. It's okay. I just found out like our vice president, his son does a podcast now too. Wow.
And he has a little intro bit on the show.
Yeah.
Where he says he says the name of the podcast. I'll say it. It's the Bros Being Dudes podcast. Or dudes I can't remember if it's Dudes Being Bros or Bros Being Dudes. But he says it's the Bros Being Dudes. Big bad and never sad. And I was like, you son of a bitch. I should have taken that. That's
your name. Big bad. BBH. That's you.
Yeah.
What's he doing?
I don't know. Stealing my gimmick.
I don't know. You should give him an invoice for
He's
plug.
A large man.
Give him an invoice for a plug that we just did.
I mean, he's not as large as I am, but
no.
Most people aren't.
No, right? No, of course not. Anyway, man. Hey, where's BBH on social media nowadays?
At Harmon316.
Hell yeah. I'm at Jonny Fashion on Twitter. You guys can check out the show's Twitter at Main Event Pod. Check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/Main Event Pod, and on Instagram at Main Event Pod. Quick shout out to Follow the Fox. We've missed them the last couple episodes. My apologies. Follow the Fox. Sarah and Dylan, they do the intros and outro music for this very podcast. They're fantastic. They're out in Denver, Colorado. If you guys are ever out in that direction, be sure to check them out. Look them up. Find out where they're playing in town and go see them. They're fantastic. Followthefoxband.com is their website. And you guys can check them out on Facebook, facebook.com/followthefoxband. Boom. Anything else tonight, brother?
No, not at all. I am smoked.
Me too. All right. Well, hey, man, thanks for joining me. Thank you to Ashley Vox for coming on. Look forward to seeing you. And listeners at home, thank you guys for listening. Later.
Talking about wrestling from today and the past. It's gonna be a blast. Jonny and Harmon are the Main Event Podcast.